So, very rightly said by Sheikh Imran Nadiri that on one occasion, Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu ta'ala anhu, is with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Remember, the age of Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu at this point in time when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was talking to him about all this is just 10 years. Do we even, realize that we don't even talk to these 10-year-olds about anything pertaining to Tawheed or Iman or Aqidah? Even if anyone tries to teach them Tawheed or Iman or Aqidah, we say, hey, hold on, he's too young to understand all this. And we don't teach him while he's young. Whereas we have a clear example, not just in the case of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We've got so many stalwarts, so many companions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam who were given the training of belief in the system, belief in Allah Azza wa Jal. Consequently, they were able to, not only perform the duties of Allah Azza wa Jal, not only worship Allah Azza wa Jal, but also they were able to, discharge the right belief, and their actions would speak louder than their words. On this note, I would like to give you an example of Jundub ibn Abdullah al-Bajali radiyallahu anhu. On one occasion, he says, and it is reported by Sahih ibn Majah, if I'm not wrong, the hadith number is 52. You can go check that, inshallah ta'ala. The companion says that on one occasion he says, "Kunna ma'an Nabiy sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa nahnu fityanun hadawira." We were young, budding, youngsters with exuberant energies. فَتَعَلَّمْنَا الْإِيمَانَ قَبْلَ أَنْ تَعَلَّمْنَا الْقُرْآنَ. So during that phase of life, when they were very young, they used to learn the Aqidah. They used to learn Al-Iman. Like I said, if some people have reservations about the word Aqidah, let's leave it alone now. Let's talk about the synonym for it, which is called Al-Iman. So here, the companion Jundub ibn Abdullah al-Bajali, he says, remember, Jabir ibn Abdullah's brother he is. Yeah. So he says that while we were very young, with lots of energy, exuberant like that, we used to learn from our parents and from our forefathers and from our guides what? Al-Iman. ثم تعلمنا القرآن فأقمنا حدوده وحروفه. Consequently, they were able to not only guard the words of Allah Azza wa Jal, they were also able to guard the boundaries of Allah Azza wa Jal. Like I just said a minute ago, that today's young boys and girls go to madrasas, go to maktabs. They seem to do so well as far as the Quran is concerned, the readability of the Quran is concerned. But when it comes to the belief system, their belief is either corrupt, unfortunately. And I'm not blaming them for this. This, like I talked about it in the previous session, that it actually started from one parent at one point in time, when that parent lived the entire life without really knowing much about the Aqidah, and he did not really have any challenges in his life, complications in his life, or troubles in his life. So he perhaps thought that, okay, if I could live my life without even learning Aqidah really well the way I did, why should I waste my time or my children's time teaching or learning Aqidah like this? So perhaps that's where it started. And now it's too late for us to perhaps fix it, which is why we can't, play the blame game that, this parent is responsible or that parent is responsible. All of us are collectively responsible for the kind of situation we are in, which is why, right at the outset, I set the expectations that I am not doing this Aqidah series purely for the sake of doing it, because iPlus asked me to do this, or because I felt like doing it, or because I wanted to, come on air and do something. No. Please do not misunderstand us. Do not misunderstand me. Do not get me wrong. The simple reason we are doing the Aqidah series is to revive our Iman.